This is Josiah Plays Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I am in the Feylands, in the land of Cluricon, in the subland of the Keening. And I am outside of a place called the Fallen Hall. I'm playing my character, Cato Bloodrose, the Champion. Max tier destiny of might and sorcery. I'm almost level 37. And I'm here to do this quest, A House Divided. My character journals as follows. Bisserain has informed me that a coup occurred while I was performing my last mission. He wants me to follow those who deserted him to the Fallen Hall and help them against the Tuatha ambush that is likely waiting for them there. I'm here to help the House of Sorrows traitors against... I mean, honestly, from what I've seen of how the Tuatha fight, I don't think they're going to need any help, but who knows. So we're going to go up in here. A lot of complicated doors opening. And into the Fallen Hall we go. Find Saturnin. As Bisserain predicted, the Fallen Hall is under attack. Somewhere among the Tuatha is Saturnin, who is leading the attacks against the House of Sorrows. I need to locate him, as Bisserain has instructed. And we have a person here. Oh, it's Tybray again. What's up, Tybray?
It is a dark place we have come to. I can hear the sorrows of our brothers and sisters. They are crying out with each sword stroke. Saturnin has tainted this place.
Where can we find Saturnin?
We must head deeper into the hall. Behind the great cavern there's a holdfast sealed with mighty doors. The rebels will be there, and likely Saturnin as well.
Let's go then.
Farewell.
Or maybe I'm just going. Oh no, she's coming with me. Some assholes on the other side of this door. I will dig your grave! I didn't realize that guy was still a hostile. Look at this motherfucker. I will dig your grave!
Yes?
I dug it. He had a vigorous longsword. So vigorous. All of the vigor you could want in this longsword. That's an unnecessary amount of links. I'll dig your grave!
Bleed for me, mortal! Oh, I'm going to gut you!
Welcome to the circus! Okay. I don't think he liked the circus very much. I think he liked it one bit. But sometimes you gotta take a motherfucker to the circus, you know what I'm saying? Love these Arathi ruins. Love them, 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 love them. Two paths diverge in a wood. I will take the one less traveled by. i.e. the one that doesn't lead to my quest objective. Let me guess, I can't... Wait, I can fight these guys through the barrier? I just can't walk through the barrier? I wonder if they can get through the barrier. Here, come on through. No, they can't. Oh, this has got to be really obnoxious for you guys then. Because I can kill you through the barrier and you can't do anything to me. Man, that must truly suck, guys. Alright, bye. You thought it was a bit circumspect. Oh, Nox. Up to your old antics.
Look, that must be the leader, Saturnin.
Oh no, the door's shut and I can't get to him now.
That was the leader. It must have been Saturnin. And if he's heading in there, that must be where the rest of the House of Sorrows are. We have to get past this door. We need to stop him before the rebels are all killed.
Yeah, no shit. How do we open the doors?
The Fallen Hall is a fortress in the Phalanx. To get to its heart, we will need to open 3 great doors. There should be 2 other sigil stones that we can use in addition to the one before us. They will grant us passage.
That's very complex. How do we enter the holdfast?
The Fallen Hall is well known in these lands for its strong defenses. There are 3 sigil stones that control the holdfast's mighty doors. They are strewn throughout the hall. Activate all of them and the path to the holdfast will be open.
Okay, let's do it, Tiebreaker. How about if I just walk right in here? No, okay. Oh, how about if I push this? Oh, wait. Oh, I see. There's more. I'm like, I just pushed one button and the door's opened. LOL, your silly plan.
I smell the stink of mortal flesh.
You know what I smell? I smell a storm coming! You know what it's time for? Time to join the circus! Grab the pillar!
Yes?
Okay. Hashtag get ozoned. Yeah, get ozoned. Indeed. There it is, I'll take it. Let me guess. You cannot open this because you have to go do some other stuff in the dungeon first. Uh-huh. Prismere Hallam. Armor and utility sockets. Could be good. Could be good, depending on what sort of gems I can put in there. Gemmery? No. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go find these other sigil stones. Sigil stones? Sigil. I like sigil. A lot of people pronounce it sigil, but I really prefer sigil. It's just how I am. Hey, it's been a while since I fought a Prismere troll. This should be interesting. He's got a fuck ton of dudes with him. Digger grave. Dude, that troll is wrecking up on Tiebreaker. I will dig your grave. Welcome to the circus. No. Welcome to the circus. Ow. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the Circus doesn't actually do that much damage. I guess it's because my... Welcome to the grave digging. I guess it's because my, my chakrams are getting pretty out of date. Ooh, Fist of Kryos. It's a big old hammer. With this weapon, Kryos freed his people and established the Colossi as a separate nation. It is patterned after the mythical Titans' warhammers. Seems pretty cool, but I don't need it. My chakrams are pretty out of date in terms of their own base damage. Right? I mean, these things are from level 13 requirement. Versus my sword, which is level 16. It's not that much better, actually. But anyway, I seem to do a lot more damage with my sword than I do with my chakrams. Maybe that's just because greatsword just straight up does more damage than chakrams, which wouldn't surprise me, considering. Smell a storm coming, boys. Time to join the circus! Prefer that pronunciation also. Sigil rather than sigil. Yeah. I think it sounds better. Well, there's the button. Button, who's got the button? Button's right there. There's a glowing arrow. 66? I can do it. Yes! Hard-warded chest for some minor healing potions. Makes sense. Probably cost more to put that word on the chest than the fucking potions are worth. You've never heard it said with the hard G? Really? I've heard it a lot like that.
Yes?
Alright, here we go. We've got one more. I found the fallen hall under attack by the Tuatha. Their leader, possibly Saturnin himself, has sealed himself deep within the dungeon in its secure holdfast. Tiberius told me that in order to reach him, I'll need to find a way to break the 3 seals between me and him. Between him and I? Between me and him actually sounds weirdly more appropriate in that exact context. Alright, let's go back here to where the barrier was. Oh, did they spawn a new group of enemies? Oh, these guys
Prepare
are...
to be sacrificed, mortal.
Yeah, yeah. Relentless assault. Where the fuck are these guys going? There's a storm brewing! There's another storm brewing! I will dig your grave!
Yes?
I feel like my character build has really come into its own by now. I have a lot. Ooh, vigorous helm. Not vigorous enough. Prismir cuirass is exactly like what I'm wearing. Oh, except mine also has an epic shot, and that doesn't. So those are no good. Now I still can't go the barrier way. Well, which fucking way am I supposed to go? I must be able to get through this barrier now because it's The only way to proceed. Ah, and now the barrier just disappears conveniently. Okay. Did you see my stream title, by the way, Nox? You might not have refreshed. I figured I'd probably be fighting another one of those Niskaru Horinoxes tonight, so... What's up, Nubs? I'll dig your grave. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the circus. I'll dig your grave.
Yes?
What of eviscerating? I mean, that fucking circus move is functionally useless. There's basically no situation in which it would be better to use that than Gravedigger. But I just like mixing stuff up for fun, because it looks cool. Like, realistically, I should just use Gravedigger. In every situation, when I use Orbital Blades, I should just use Gravedigger, because it's better. But I like doing the other thing sometimes, you know? Actually, the only thing I should do in every fight is hit this, then just cast this over and over. Oh, I accidentally fucked it up, but then just cast this over and over. But, that would be boring if that's all I did every fight. I like to mix up the magic and the melee attacks, even though it's not really necessary. Alright, we've pushed the 3 buttons. I've managed to undo the seals that were preventing me from reaching the Tuatha leader. I should find him and stop his war on the House of Sorrows.
Dustling for the harvest. Time to perish.
You guys are about to have a bad fucking day. I'll dig your grave! Oh, I leveled up, huh? Alright, that's cool. Level 37. I guess stealth. I want to get going on more of this. So Bloodlust gives me a chance to steal health while I have Relentless Assault on. And this gives me a chance to reflect damage. Deal slightly more health. Alright, yeah. So we're making Relentless Assault even better. Staying a champion, of course. 10 minor healing potions, though. The smell of dustling after rain. Get petrichord? Oh, petrichor. Is that the smell after rain thing? I think that is, right? Because I desperately needed that.
Another offering for Gadflow.
You guys are offering your own deaths to Gadflow? That's cool. Spin to win, spin to win. Welcome to the circus! Welcome to the circus! Welcome to the circus! And I will dig your grave. Wait, there's one alive over here? Alright. I'm not even gonna hit you with weapons, I can't be bothered.
Yes?
Just get destroyed by fire.
Yes?
Oh, that must be him. Okay. Do a hard save here. All in all, 146 and a half hours played. Pretty significant number of hours.
Oh, this is splendid.
Oh, this is
I was worried I would have nothing left to see to after I slaughtered these wretches.
Come, Saturnin. This ends here.
You are mistaken, little one. I am not Saturnin.
That
Though
looks
I can
badass
see where
with
you
the
might have
scars.
made such a mistake. Even I have not seen his face. But I have heard his voice, and the orders it carries. And that is enough. Now, let us fight.
Your shoulder pads are freaking ridiculous. Alright, Diddy. So far, you're kind of getting owned, Mercer. Man, you're the worst.
You are more amusing than I originally believed. But my master has given me instructions to spare.
Yeah, that's what I'd say if I was getting my
Saturn
ass
has a
kicked,
message for
too.
you to deliver to your master. This war is over. Soon the sorrows will belong to the Tuatha.
No, you're not. Really? What is that shit?
I can scarcely believe it. All this death, all this destruction, and we have nothing to show for it. No Saturnin, no safety. The Weeping King left the world with good cause. For all that is left of the House of Sorrows is ruin.
Well, I mean, you are supposed to be sorrows, right? So things aren't supposed to just be really great for you. So now it's going to be really sad, yes? Which is what you want? Now you're the House of Double Sorrows. The House of Sorrows. What do we do now?
We must return to Bizring with this news. He will want to know what has happened here.
Right, let's do that.
Farewell.
After we loot. I'm mad that that guy got away because I didn't get to loot him. And also, dude, I was ruling that guy. Like, he didn't even get a chance to hit me or anything. And he's all talking shit. Then he's like, I've been given orders to spare you. Yeah. Thank God, right? Because I was really in a lot of peril from you. Here we've got same amount of armor, and I just get lightning resistance instead of health. Nah, I don't think so. I don't recall ever having too much of a problem with lightning damage tearing me up. Cowl of the Elixir. Secret door. I'll be back for you in a minute. That is a very large throne. Minor mana potion this time, and a white flake. Alright. Wow. That's what was in the secret room behind the giant secret door? A minor healing potion and a sea flax? Wow. Thank God they had this hidden chamber to safeguard these most important treasures. You got anything else to say? Hey.
I can scarcely believe it. The Weeping King left the world with good cause.
You already said that.
Farewell.
Let's get out of here. I've confronted who I thought was Saturnin, but was actually a subordinate, an assassin named Mercer. I managed to get some information out of him before he escaped. I should return to Bisserain and report these events to him. Alright, let's go report some events. Nope, not that way. Those sigils up there look so fucking cool, though. The way they look like they're glowing. I don't think they're actually emitting light, though. Maybe they are. There is some extra light right here. So... they did a great job with the Arathi Ruins. Pretty much the Arathi Ruins, like, art set in this game is the best, like, ancient ruins environment design I've seen in a game. What? Did she just run back in? Alright, Leroy. Did you just run in? Well, there's a chest right over here. So I'd be most intrigued by that. Yennig, I've been in there. Ronil, I've been in there. Owen Hall, I've been in there. How does one get to these chests, though? Do I have to come from, like, a whole other zone? No, there is no other zone. Gotta be a way to get to that area. What's this?
Burn!
Come dig your grave! And her mana potion, nice. I don't think I've ever drank a single mana potion in this entire game. Not once. Mana's just never a problem. I guess because of the way I have my character built, but still. Hey, wait a minute. Look at this little sneaky passage of sneakiness. It doesn't look like there's anything here when you look at the map. But there's definitely a sneaky passage of sneakiness here. Let's see. It's pretty cool. Whoop! Oh, this is cool. White flake. Minor healing potion. What? 2 set items? King Gadflow dresses Tuatha mages uniformly in these sumptuous prismaer-studded enchanted garments. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to wear those, but just randomly finding 2 set items in a little hidden special cave. There's my white flake. It's pretty exciting. To me, that's how all the set items in the game should be. Each one should be placed in a certain location, or as loot on a certain creature, or hidden in a certain extra room or chest or something, so that you can definitely possibly get them all without relying on RNG, luck of the draw, but you really have to search around and explore and find all the hidden places in order to find them. That's how I think it should be. Randomized loot sucks, honestly. I don't really enjoy randomized loot in any game. I mean, it's kind of necessary in some games, like Diablo. You gotta have randomized loot, because a lot of other stuff about it is randomized. And the point of Diablo is playing it over and over and having it be different each time, so randomized loot for that is one thing. But for like a regular RPG that isn't like Diablo, I don't want the loot to be randomized, you know? Or if it's semi-randomized, that's fine. Like if there's a list of things that could possibly be on each creature or in each chest that are inconsequential, and you don't always find the same thing, that's okay, but like, the really major items should not just be on a random list. They should be placed. Like in Baldur's Gate or, well, lots of other RPGs. It was a long run to come up here and get that. But it's all about getting them chests. Alright, so I need to go back to Bisserain. His house is in Disarain. I don't remember where the place is. Oh, it's right there. It's got the glowing quest marker on it. I like their banner. That looks pretty fucking cool. These are some edgelord ass fae. These are the fae that Jen would be.
Speak. Saturnin, this latest wound he has dealt may be fatal. He need only for us to succumb, and then he can find these sorrows. So that is what we will deny him. Let our losses harden our resolve. For once we sought victory, we shall now seek attrition.
Ooh, attrition. That sounds noble. I don't understand what is meant by sorrows.
I have told you of the burden that every Winter Fae carries from their birth. We are to embody death and decay in our very essence. For centuries, the Delvers of the House of Sorrows have been harvesting this essence from their winter brethren to relieve them of this burden. This amalgam of magic and emotion was collected and concentrated into a single powerful source, the Sorrows.
That sounds like it couldn't go wrong.
Wishes to turn that magic on the mortal armies.
Alright, but seriously, what are the Sorrows? Are they, I mean, is this some sort of magical crystal? Are they just spiritual floating entities? Is it a great and powerful book? Is it coalesced into some sort of weapon?
Fae are the embodiment of magic. When a Delver takes the burden of winter from a Fae, those burdens are in the form of magic. Over centuries, these magics have been collected, contained in a secret location. The Sorrows that Saturnin seeks.
Motherfucker, I'm trying to ask what the fucking Sorrows look like. Will you just tell me what they actually are? I understand their origin, you've made that clear, but what actually are they now, in the real fucking world? Why does he want the Sorrows?
It is a difficult magic for a mortal mind to grasp, but the accumulation of centuries of sorrows is a fearsome weapon indeed. The burden of a single lifetime of sorrows can be debilitating. Their impact can instill madness or drive a life to end itself. Saturnin would hold a millennium of sorrows. With them, he could obliterate an army's morale and send them from victory to bedlam.
Alright, so basically it's just something that does a shitload of psychic damage. Maybe Sorrows are like Prismir? I don't know, Nox. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so how do we find the Sorrows?
Their location is an ancient secret. Only two Fae, the eldest, know. They left the house centuries ago to reside in Damelrock. The way to them is blocked by the Great Scale.
Of course it is.
A mighty spell which you must bypass. That alone will open your path to the eldest. You must kill beasts on the pans of the scale. Death is the only weight it will bear.
Wait, all you have to do to open this thing up is kill beasts on it. Well, okay. That's in my skill set. Can you tell me more about the Great Scale?
It is a manifestation of magic that prevents intruders from disturbing the perpetual reverie of the eldest. From what I understand, the sides of the room take the role of a scale, and whoever wishes passage must use death itself to manipulate the scale. The only weight the pans of the scale will acknowledge is death. When something dies on the scale, it will shift you one step closer to the eldest.
Okay, I get it. That's cool. What else can you tell me about the eldest?
Kael'rad and Alarain are two of the oldest Fae in the Winter Realm. So old that they predate the house itself. With the death of the house's original ruler, the Weeping King, they fled. Their devotion was to the Sorrows, not to winter.
I see. Is there anything else you can tell me about the Sorrows that I need to know?
The Sorrows are an accumulation of the destructive magic that the house has siphoned from the Winter Fae over centuries of existence. The Delvers of the house did this to enable the Winter Fae to create the Court of Winter. But knowledge of the art and the Sorrows' location are lost. Still, the Sorrows represent a monstrous collection of magical energy. We must deny Saturnin access to it.
So creatures are just dying to meet the eldest, says Nox. Yes. And why do we even need the eldest? Oh right, because they're the only ones that can tell us how to get to the Sorrows, right?
They know where the Sorrows, Saturnin's true target, reside. We must rouse them from their reverie and learn from them. To reach them, one must brave the road southward to Damelrock and pass the Great Scale.
Here's what's going to happen, Viscerain. I'm going to go through a whole bunch of trial and nonsense to get to the eldest. When I get to the eldest, I'm going to find out that, oh shit, Saturnin's already been there and he's killed the eldest. What now? And then I'll have to come up with some new way to find... But this isn't my first quest rodeo, sir. Alright, but I'll jump through the hoops. Why not? I have completed my 177th task. I've investigated the Fallen Hall and learned more about the Tuatha attacking the House of Sorrows. Bisserain has told me that in order to stop them, I'll have to find a magical energy source known as the Sorrows and prevent the Tuatha from reaching it. I've been asked by Bisserain to travel to southern Cluricon. Within the dungeon Damelrock, I must find 2 former members of the House of Sorrows known as the Eldest. If I can convince them to return to the Midden, they will help Bisserain uncover the location of the Sorrows and protect them from the Tuatha. But they're probably going to be dead when I get there. Alright. So, to go to Damelrock, we're just making... But I think before I go to Damelrock, I'm going to return to Sidon in Foes Hearth. Since Damelrock presumably has me going down here to the Caled Coast. And Foes Hearth is up here, see? So this is still in the areas that I've been in, so it makes no sense to go here before going down to the Caled Coast. So, we're going back to Sidon. We destroyed the 3 chantries. So now Gadflow's hold over Cluricon has been broken. While scattered troops still wander the swamps, the rebel Fae of the Bitter Frost are in my debt. Return to Foes Hearth to speak with their leader Sidon. So that's what we're gonna do next. Hey.
Yes?
Hi, Bree. What are you doing? You're not gonna have anything
Yes?
new to say, are you?
What is there that I can do?
Oh, nothing.
Farewell.
Bye. Super fast sprint. Super fast sprint. No. I'm already sick of these motherfuckers. I feel a storm coming! I feel a second storm coming! I feel a great sword coming! Creatures in this ambush are trying to conspire against you. Oh, it's just a random Bolgan cruising along. Oh, and he's great at me now. I will dig your grave! Bolgan and his dogs out for a walk, and then I murdered them. Where am I going? Like, where am I actually going? Oh, to the left. Okay, to the left. Anything else obnoxious want to jump me? Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Thank you. There we go. Would have honestly been shocked if you didn't. Welcome to the circus! What is that move called? I use that sometimes. I don't have a special. Oh, guillotine is what that one's called. Guillotine. Why don't I have a special catchphrase for guillotine? Off with your head! Because a guillotine, you know, cuts someone's head off. Don't lose your head! Back into foe's hearth. Ah, there's Sidon. I want to ask him about this totem I found. I found this thing a while ago and I haven't seen Sidon since. And I wonder if it's a thing. Sidon's totem. I mean, I wonder if it's the thing I can talk to him about. Probably not, knowing this game, but you never know. Oh, that's right, and Agarth is here.
So few of the Winter Court left to stand against the Tuatha.
Well, I don't need the Winter Court. I can stand against the Tuatha literally by myself.
My people have lost so much, but we shall not lose our minds as well. My people have lost so much.
I wonder if her people have
but
lost
we shall
so
not
much.
lose our minds.
We thought our house was invincible. We never imagined that it could be corrupted from within.
Ridiculous ass. Branches coming off your shoulders.
We thought our house was invincible. We thought our house was invincible. We never imagined
So
that it could
few
be
of the Winter
corrupted
Court
from
left
within.
to stand against the Tuatha. Good news, I gather?
Not really. Oh yeah, actually it kind of is. Well, I did destroy the Chantry, so that's one thing.
Good. Good. But don't waste your time bragging to me. Sidon's the one you want to be telling.
Okay. He's the one that's got the inside information. After I tell him, we might celebrate with some warm mugs of apple cider.
The Prismare's sentries stole the will of my house. All our strength was useless against them.
Yeah, you guys suck and I'm awesome. That's what I'm getting here. Alright, Sidon. Don't worry, there is hope. Everything's gonna be okay. You don't have to go suiciding just yet.
Gadfro's voice has fallen silent in this land. The Tuatha are frightened and disorganized. They run back to Alabastra to make their final stand. We owe you much. Our eyes are opened and our blades unsheathed. Cluricon is won, but the House of Pride stands between us and the final goal. We are now free to press forward. And I can take you to an old friend who knows the next step.
Ah, so you're taking me to Ventrinio, finally.
Yes, we will take you to his filthy tower on the island of Danistar. He hides within, and has not emerged in some time. I would like nothing more than to let him rot there. But he knows of a way past the sentinel of the House of Pride. But there will be more danger on the path ahead. Take these blades to prepare for whatever troubles you will face at his tower or beyond.
Sidon's Fey Blades. Look, I don't really use Fey Blades, bud. You can keep your weapons. Well, lead the way, I guess.
Far to the southwest, there is a darkened tree by the Caelid coast. Meet me there, and we can walk the shadow to the gnome's tower. Aelin Shear will be waiting there. She was most insistent to join in whatever business you have with the Collector of the Dead.
Great. Always good to see Aelin. Before we go, tell me some things. What do you know of Ventrinio? Because apparently I used to work for him, but I've completely forgotten it, so I don't really know shit about him. Take these blades and sell them to prepare you for whatever lies ahead. I think you could buy at least 4 minor healing potions with the proceeds from these blades. So what do you know about Ventrinio?
We've seen Ventrinio leave the island before, but until recently, he always had company. Usually they were henchmen. Sometimes they were corpses. And once, not too long ago, it was you.
Yeah, could you tell me more about that? I guess not. Alright. What is this Danistar Island? Where is it?
Danistar Island is sheltered from visitors by stone and storm. Exiles of the Winter Court were once banished to its lonely shores. We know of a secret shadowed path, a legacy from a house all too familiar with exile.
That's cool. So how do we walk the shadows?
My people are no strangers to exile on the barren island of Danistar. To steal back our freedom, the House of Sorrows forged a path to the coast through living shadow. It's safe so long as you keep your eyes closed during the journey and ignore the whispers.
Oh yes, that sounds extremely safe. So, how do I reach him? I meet you at some tree on the Caelid coast?
Meet me at the Caelid coast. The Winter Fae know of a shadow path to Ventrinio's island.
Okay, I'll look for you there. Thanks, Sidon.
We will meet again at the shadowed tree on the Caelid coast.
You're surprisingly less useless than 99% of the Fae I've met. I have completed my 178th task. The Tuatha's hold over Cluricon has been broken, and Sidon of the Bitter Frost is in my debt. In return, he promises to show me the secret path to Ventrinio, the gnome who can get me into the Tuatha's homeland. And I certainly hope I get to kill Ventrinio. So now, in return for sowing confusion amongst the Tuatha by destroying the Prismere Chantries, Sidon has promised to share a secret path to Ventrinio's tower at Danistar. Sidon and Aelin Shear are waiting by the shore of the Caelid coast in Cluricon. Great. Great. Sidon's fillet blades. Well, at least they're purple. Finally, they give me something that's hypothetically useful. I mean, I'm not going to use Fey Blades, but at least they're good Fey Blades. Level 16 purple. Winter Fey in design, the austere blades of Sidon the Outcast were forged with stolen steel and avenged blood. Yeah, they're not bad, because you hit somebody with them, it puts a bleed on them. Then, after that, every time you hit them, you do 25% extra damage because they're bleeding, and you keep reapplying the bleed. So, that's not bad at all. I mean, I'm not going to use them, but it's not bad at all.
A sickness grows in the heart of each Tuatha. I will cut it out.
Cutting out sickness. Cutting out
The
sickness.
Tuatha taint my house and twist our power.
Yeah, they're real assholes. But I don't understand what's the deal with this big dungeon right here? Am I supposed to go through here? Hey, Garth.
Walking through living shadow, eh? I'll leave that one to you.
You don't know anything about this perfectly safe shadow walking, do you?
It's Fey magic. Connects 2 points together like a bridge. I suppose that explains how they got a small group all the way to Dalantarth.
That does make sense, actually. Aelin Shear's going to be there.
I won't lie. Aylin's been a big help. She saved me once or twice at Melson Shear when she could have just let me die. Still can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something. But whatever it is, it's probably not too sinister.
Oh god, now that he
Probably.
said that, it's gonna be sinister as fuck. Surprise twist, Alan Shear is the final boss. Surprise twist, Alan Shear is Tiernock. Alright. So you're not coming to get Ventrinio?
No, I think you can handle that one by yourself. I have some work to do with the army in Cluricon.
Okay. Goodbye. Of course, they've kind of set it up so that you're supposed to be suspicious of her the whole time, and you're supposed to be expecting her to betray you. So maybe the real surprise twist is that she doesn't, and she's not sinister at all. You know what? I'm going to go through this dungeon real quick. Just because I think by now I could have, because when I came from these caves, I could have just come straight through here to get to Beau's Hearth. There's not much to it, it doesn't look like. So I'm going to come in here and just kill and loot this place real quick. Scary Scaru Tyrant statue. And before that shit comes to life. Imagine if I had to fight two Niskaru Tyrants at the same time. That'd be pretty tough. Especially if they were on my level. Dude, there's a lot of Niskaru Tyrants in this place. I mean, statues of them. But that doesn't... Just because they're statues doesn't mean they're not gonna, like, you know, come to life or something. Because they could just be petrified. Is that a special Bolgan or just a regular Bolgan? I guess he's just a regular Bolgan. I will take your grave! Welcome to the circus! Good. Glad we had this talk. Minor healing potion, aight. Ooh. What is this? Like a fucking scepter or something? Lightning damage, mana cost. Looted from a nameless Icebrine Coast bearer. The origins of this weapon are obscure. Well, I don't know where this weapon came from, but I know where it's going. My man Rialti's back in Melson Shear. Could use an item of this sort for his shop. Why is this all glowy like it's some sort of teleporter, but it's not anything I can use. Harvested white flake. Wow, really? White flake growing on plants? You almost never see that. It's almost always just in containers. Cutscene, Bolgan! Is this a special Bolgan? No, it's just a brute. Oh shit, my talisman's broken. Don't lose your head! Not sure how I feel about that one. I like how my talisman's broken, but I still was able to use it. Like, I literally just, it's like, your talisman's broken. I'm like, okay. And then I immediately block something with my talisman. So I don't know how that works. They have a different definition of broken than I do, I think. But let's do some fixie fix. Hashtag fixie fix. Talisman got wrecked. Greaves. Okay, everything needs to be repaired. Okay. Now I'm down to 1 repair kit, so I've got to remember to buy some. Next time I'm at Realty's, actually Realty's doesn't sell them, but next time I'm at a shop anyway. Vigorous staff. We got that vigor. Ah, yes, there's a lore stone in here. Stone of Autumn.
My friends used me for their own gain, and why not? I was, after all, a powerful sorceress who commanded the elements and conjured fear in the heart of any who would oppose her. Oliskar, my apprentice, the entire time was inciting the rabble against me, the witch. You should have known better than to trust him. And Atham, of course, right there, stealing from my library and purse. How could you be such a fool? Atham was someone I thought I could trust.
Yeah, the ones for this Autumn series don't really relate to each other. They're all just sort of like random... I think. They're all just sort of like random... I don't even think they're all the same voice.
Sometimes this is too hard to believe. But these walls are grown, are built of stone.
Maybe it is all
Lovingly,
the
this
same
place was
voice.
That does not seem so strange.
It's the same voice.
You may think I'm lying, but unfortunately I'm telling the truth.
But it's all just random snippets that don't seem to have anything to do with each other.
My friends
It's like these are just excerpts from her live journal or something.
Powerful sorceress who commanded the elements and conjured fear in the heart of any who would oppose her. Oliskar, my apprentice, the entire time was inciting the rabble against me, the witch. You should have known better than to
well, that
trust
leads
him.
back to those other caves, so
Atham,
we've
of course, right
fully
there,
explored this
stealing
place
from
now.
my library and purse. How could you be such a fool? Atham was someone I thought I could trust.
Fucking Atham. Big old bogans laying there dead. Lying there. Just lying there dead. Alright, I want you guys to know that all this stuff over that way is safe now. I cleared it out. Don't even trip. Alright, we need to go back to Nelson Shear quickly. Conduct some business.
Hail! It is the hero of Melson Shear.
Alright, Realties. You can have this. You can have Sidon's Feyblades. Martha. Maybe. 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 I should probably go do some gemming to see if I want to upgrade to any of this stuff with gems, but I can't be bothered. I think I'll just carry it around and let it take up space in my inventory for now. Some stuff that I care about. Alright, I need to buy more repair kits. I could buy more lockpicks too if he's got them. Doesn't look like he does though.
Care to take a look at my wares?
No,
Another time.
Unfortunately, your wares are shit, sir.
Keep walking. Looking to restock. Ill indulge.
I am looking to restock. Specifically, I'm looking to restock on repair kits and lockpicks. Thanks,
Dran
buddy.
has what you need. Come back again.
Alright, 50 out of 120. I am carrying a lot of bullshit around now. Do I have the full set of Sorrow now? I think I do. Sorrow 1, Sorrow 2, Sorrow 3, Sorrow 4. I have the full set, and that's what it looks like. Okay, what is this? Oh, I have my helm hidden. Forgot how to... Alright, what the fuck is that on my head? Why is there just a weird stick or whatever sticking up from that hood? Looks goddamn ridiculous. Is that my antenna? Does this thing have a built-in radio? Okay, so this set looks terrible, is what we're getting. It looks terrible, and I have, like, no fucking armor. Fuck this set. What does it even give me? Alright, a little extra fire damage, sorcery abilities. I mean, it's kind of cool if I was, like, a pure caster, but no. But no. I'm gonna sell this Tuatha set also. Yeah, Tuatha robes, way too evil looking. Dark Lord of the Sith. Especially these robes with that helmet. Hi. I'm here to be your friendly neighborhood Sith Lord. Now let's put my real shit back on. There's my real shit. Definitely Sith going on. How's it going, Maz? Good to see ya.
It is the hero of Melson Shear. Care to take a look at my
Sorrow
wares?
antlers, but it's just one antler. Like, come on. There. Get rid of all that. All those fucking unnecessary unique set items somewhere. Saito hears the unique items screaming. The unique items still screaming, Clarice. Right. I just sold a complete set too. I didn't just sell unique items. I sold a complete set. Good times. Good times. Alright, so now I'm down to 44 out of 120. Not bad. I need to go to Damel Rock and I need to meet on the coast of Cluricon. Damel Rock is here. coast of Cluricon is here. So what we're actually going to do is come down here and explore this whole area first, and then we'll start doing these quests, because I'm sure we'll get another quest or two in here somewhere. And we'll discover other dungeons and shit. Dude, we're getting close. Only 2 more zones in Cluricon is done. And then Danistar Island, and then we finally get to go to the endgame area. Alabastra. I'm gonna fast travel to Sanctuary Grotto. Turn my helmet back off though. I don't like helmets as a general rule. Even though that is actually a pretty cool looking helmet. Alright, let's do this, Thresh. I'll dig your grave! Taken the fuck to school. To school. Teacher, teacher, you got a new kid in class and he's a Thresh. I just brought him. Alright. Amusing myself in my mind right now, imagining a Thresh like struggling to try to fit into one of those little desks at school, the ones that have like the chair and the desk built into one piece, and you slide in there. Watching a Thresh try to get into one of those, and literally everyone else in the classroom is just staring at him like waiting because he's making all kinds of noise and shit. It's really awkward. Alright. Oh, Elite Mergen. What's up, guys? Welcome to the circus! Wait. Welcome to the circus! I will dig your grave! Talisman of Coagulation. The Thresh Prince of Bel Amalur. Oh, that was good, Nox. That was good. That was good. Hand wraps of the Indomitable. Not really indomitable enough, unfortunately. I've come to expect more from my indomitability. Sometimes this game reminds me so much of WoW. Odie's Camp. Well, I guess we're gonna talk to the people at Odie's Camp.
Be on your guard. You do not think Captain Gastier is related to the... Hey.
Hey, what?
Let me guess. You're a treasure hunter like Uda. Good luck.
No.
Oh, Bolgan. Why did it have to be Bolgan?
Kind of an Indiana Jones reference there.
You do not believe in Chernobog, do you? He is a myth, right?
I've never even heard of Chernobog.
I volunteered to come on the Kaled Coast expedition. There is bound to be lost treasure all over this swamp.
This guy has quite casual conversation while doing his push-ups in full armor.
I volunteered to come on the Caled. Oh, bold. Castle Ancilla's not far. It's south. Captain Ancilla wants to get in, but the Tuatha are too strong.
Okay, this dude's fit, because he just keeps going with the push-ups, and when he's talking, he's not even breathing heavy at all.
Oh, bold. I volunteered to come. Let me guess. Oh, Captain I volunteered to come on the Caled. Trust me, that bard we picked up back in Melsenshire, he is not all he claims to be. There is despair under that jovial demeanor.
Never trust the bard.
I heard a rumor that the Gastier heir is still alive, and that she is in the army. Wouldn't that be something? Let me guess, you're a treasure. They say Castle Gastier is haunted by the murdered lord and his family. Poor, pompous fools.
I'm getting a sensation, a sense, not really a sensation, that the dungeon that they're gonna send me to on this next quest here is Castle Gastier. I'm just getting that thought out of nowhere.
Someone told me that Chernabog prowls these lands, as if I didn't have enough reasons to stay awake at night. Oh, there are plenty of creepy tales about the Caled coast, but I find it charming.
He finds it charming. Alright, Sergeant Odie. Hopefully you're not too odious.
Well, I expected to see a lot of things out here in Caled, but not the hero of Melsenshire. What brings you this far south? I am Sergeant Odie, twice decorated officer and now civilian escort. I guess you could say that I'm really working my way up the chain of command.
I couldn't say that. Okay, Sergeant Odie. Is your first name Arian?
No one has called me by my given name in years. I'm just Sergeant now. Been that way for a long while. I used to be a healer, but lost my gifts when the war came. Something about all the carnage, the death, it bled the magic right out of me. So I took up a sword. That was all I could do. We all need to carry our own weight in this tragedy, and mine is to fight.
Inconvenient losing healing magic just as the war starts. So, what can you tell me about this Caled coast?
Oh, I never should have ended up here. My family's ship was tossed into the cliffs during a storm, and I was the only survivor. The Ancillas saved me. They raised me as one of their own. I may not be native to these lands, but they are the closest thing I've ever had to a home.
Okay. And what about this escort that you're charged with?
I have allowed 2 citizens to travel within my unit, which I probably should not do. But I have a weakness for those in need. Guess it comes from my past as a healer. Oh, Brune the Bard is not so bad. I actually knew him as a kid, if you can believe that. He's a little excitable, but harmless.
Spoonie.
I cannot say the same about Alof the Hunter. Strange sort, that one. He insists on staying outside our camp. Says we stand in the way of his quarry. To each his own.
Brune the Bard, like Dirk the Bard. Alright. Good talk, Odie. Good
Farewell.
Talk. And you must be Brune the Bard. Oh boy. I'm preparing myself for the spoon as we speak. Did a Delver take the magic away by sorrow stealing? Could be, Nox. Could be.
Hail, adventurer.
Oh,
I am Brune the Bard, spinner of stories, seeker of adventure. Allow me to welcome you to the Caled coast, haven to the wise and wicked. These brave soldiers, the finest of the Alfar armies. They escorted me all the way from Melsenshire to these verdant lands. Alas, our journey together has come to an end. But there is still adventure to be had, so join me. If not, then I bid you fair warning. Your journey shall be far less exciting without this storyteller at hand.
Wait, join you? What? Oh, for the love of God. What kind of... What are you doing with the Alpha army?
The wonderful gentlemen and ladies of the Alpha armies have been kind enough to act as my loyal escorts, all the way from Melsenshir, and before that, Erethel. Without these good, hearty folk, I never would have survived. The voyage across the sea would have been enough to sink my spirits.
Tell me more about yourself, Brune the Bard.
Brune was the name given to me by my mother, a lovely daughter of the full moon. A skin like the glow of alabastra. Long ago, I was the court bard of Castle Gastir, the teller of tales, the spinner of stories. But when the Bolgan invaded, well, they had no need of my expertise.
Tell me about Castle Gastir. I've heard that it's haunted.
Lord Aaron Gastir was a very wealthy lord and a powerful landowner. I don't care to speak much more on the subject, thank you.
Right, so he was a piece of shit. Why do you want to be here in the Caelid Coast?
This lush land was once the royal domain of two great Alfar families, the Ancillas and the Gastirs, the most powerful of bloodlines and the most bitter of enemies. For centuries, the two houses warred over the coast. So enamored were they with each other that they blinded themselves to the real threat. And so the Bolgan came and conquered. The houses fell before them. One might say they were toppled by their pride.
I see. Wait, you have things for sale? Oh shit, he's got a legit shop. He has a legit shop. A shop which is legit. Shop which is legit. Too legit. Too legitimate to quit him it. Alright, Brune the Bard. Assaulter's Greatsword of Devouring sounds quite nice. Does more damage. Does more damage. Does less actual damage though because it doesn't have my extra fire damage on there. Extra damage versus lightly wounded targets. And a chance for health steal. I think I'm gonna go with what I've already got. But this is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Flawless Helm of the Indomitable. More armor. Bleed resist, poison resist. And armor. So really I'd be giving up 20 fire resistance to get bleeding and poison resistance and a bit more armor. Bleeding and poison don't seem that threatening. I think I'll stick with what I've got. Templar's Gauntlets of Tempering. Here we've got more armor. I lose a lot of block efficacy, but I gain 17% health and 15% physical resistance. That's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. I might get those. They're only 56,000. Universalist Signet of Wealth. No, I don't want gold drops and equip requirements. Cut the games. Spies Ring. Finesse abilities. No thank you. Necklace of Eradicating. No, I'm good. Then there's some gems, which I don't really care about. More lockpicks. I don't think I want this helm, but I think I might want these gauntlets. I gain 9 points of armor, which is nothing, and I'd lose a lot of block efficacy, but I'd gain a lot of health and physical resistance, which probably would make up for it. I don't know. I'm going to stick with what I'm wearing, because that block efficacy is really nice, because I can block fucking a lot of shit with my talisman, and I'm worried that if I give up that block efficacy, then all of a sudden I won't be blocking stuff a lot of the time, and more will be getting through, and it'll be obnoxious. On the other hand, Alright, you know what? I'm buying them. I don't care.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna buy these. I'm gonna wear these. But I'll keep the other ones in case if I put these on and then I find that I'm getting my ass kicked because my blocking is terrible, then I can always switch back. But this puts me up to 898 health. No, it doesn't. It puts me up to 1,023 health. So that's actually pretty awesome.
Hello.
Alright, Brune the Bard.
I came back to retrieve that letter. Now that I have proof of my past, I can start to build a future. Gostir be damned.
What do you mean by join you?
Ah, yes. It has been nearly a decade since I have told tales for an audience, and I seek to reclaim that trade.
Not much of
These
a fucking
soldiers
bard,
have been of
then,
no
are you?
help. Fight, fight, fight. That's all they think about. So please, let me regale you with tales of the Kaled Coast. I will make sure your time is well spent, and there may even be a twist at the end.
Oh, goody. But what do you do if you're not telling tales for the last decade?
A wise question, and a fair one. As Bard of the Gostir Court, I know all the tales of the Kaled Coast, of how this great land rose and fell, and became what it is now. Allow me the pleasure of your company, and I will lead you through these luxuriant lands, spinning stories of times long since past.
Are you serious? You just want to follow me around, like, talking about lore shit all the time while I'm, like, murdering things? Alright. Why not? He's a shower bard, one of those people who only sings in the shower? Okay, why not, Brune? I'd like to hear your stories.
I had a good feeling about you. Someone who cherishes a good story. Let us proceed. The first stop on our tour begins across the bridge behind me. Alas, there is one small problem. That area is favored by our enemies. If you can clear the area of them, I will follow and join you.
Alright. What do you need? Who do I have to kill?
We must clear the spot ahead of Bolgan. It is a famous place, and they sully it with their presence and their stench.
Okay, no problem.
Goodbye.
Brune the Bard quest. I've agreed to let Brune the Bard guide me through the Kaled Coast, but before he will join me, I must remove some Bolgan who are camped near him. Now we're talking. This is the side quest that we've been waiting for the whole game. Suddenly, shit just got real. Thing is, I don't want to go that way yet, so I won't. I think Kaled Coast has its own set of lore stones. Listen, goof eye. Is it just one? Seriously? I mean, he does look like he's scaled up to a decent level. Let's check out my shield efficacy now. Are you ever gonna hit me? Well, it seemed to block that blow fine.
Through the woods and mountainside, through the hollows and green meadow, through the summer, winter, day and night, through the hallowed halls of seasons and song, through the vengeance, pride and sorrow, echo the footfalls of the greaves of the Fey Hunter.
Greaves of the Fey Hunter? I think I'm carrying those around. I've got the Greaves of the Fey Hunter right here. It's in a lore stone, and I've got it. It makes it feel special. But tell me about what this lore stone thing is about. Kaled Coast. I need one more for Cluricon in general. The Fey Hunter. A mortal's hatred of Fey becomes embodied. Ah. Cool. So these are all going to be about the Fey Hunter. Maybe the pieces of the set, and I'm finding pieces of the set, so that's cool. I mean, the Fey Hunter armor seems pretty decent. If I had the whole set, I wouldn't mind wearing it, because it looks pretty cool. And it's got pretty strong abilities. Although its armor value is less than my Prismere armor. Still, if I had the whole set though, I'd probably wear it. But I've only got, I think, 2 pieces of the set. Chasses and Greaves. Unless I have a piece sitting in my storage. It's possible that I have one more piece in my storage. I can't remember. Hollow log. Shower bard. A lot of wooden bridges here. Okay, that's where Aelin and Sidon are, but I'm not really ready to get on the boat and go with them. So I think what I'll do is just not go over there right now. I want to explore the area instead. So I'm gonna go this way. Let's kill these Bolgan. I will dig your grave. Welcome to the circus! Okay. Oh, that must be the island where what's his name is out there with that tower. Arcane bar guest. Welcome to the circus! Welcome to the circus! Riposte! That must be for using the block to hit move enough times, like 10 times or 20 times or something. What is that move called? Gut thrust. Who are these people?
Hello. My gran told me bedtime stories about the Ancilla and Gastier families. All of them terrifying. Have you seen the Prismere Chantries? Strange things they are.
Yeah, I just read them.
I am fine with marching all over Cluricon. We had been cooped up in Melsenshire for years. I am fine with Castle Ancilla's not far. It's south. Captain Ancilla wants to get in, but the Tuatha are too strong.
Where is this guy even going?
Have you met the bard, Brune? He'll have you smiling, despite everything else that's going on.
What are you people doing?
Oh, damn humidity. We have soldiers all over the Caelid coast. These Bolgan aren't going to kill themselves. Have you met the bard? Someone told me that Chernabog prowls these lands. As if I didn't have enough reasons to stay awake at night.
In before Chernabog is an Iskaru tyrant, or Horanox Mu.
I volunteered to come on the Caelid coast expedition. There's bound to be lost treasure, or they say Castle Gastier is haunted by the murdered lord and his family. Poor, pompous...
Private Cornall is here.
Hey, what are you doing out here? Caelid Coast isn't a good place for a stroll, not at all. Do I know you? You have that look. Familiar. I fought with Captain Gastier at Melsenshire. Maybe we spent a few skirmishes together. I can't remember everything that happened. Can you?
Why did you join the army?
We've been making good time through Cluricon. Melsenshire was the dam, and now the river is out of control. We'll be in Alabastra soon enough.
What do you know about this area?
It's the last bastion in Cluricon. Well, we expected the Tuatha to form a stiff resistance. That hasn't happened. The castles have been overrun, but that's about it. It's been pretty quiet, actually. I've spent most of my time keeping my sword sharp and hoping to spot the Southern Lights.
The Southern Lights, eh?
They are a magical phenomenon that occur only in the Caelid coast. Some in the Scholia Arcana believe the lights were created by Lord Gastier's personal mage, Braxis. The story claims that after the fall of Gastier, Braxis enchanted the royal fortunes, hiding them in a spell that only the most persistent adventurer would uncover. If you believe in such rot. I cannot lie, though. The lights are gorgeous. You can see them after dark, if you stand over by the old Gastier shrine on the cliffs.
Interesting. What do you know about Castle Gastier?
If you are interested in sharing a bed with a Bolgan, you will want to take a stroll over to Gastier. The place is as red as they come, crammed with our big one-eyed friends.
What about Castle Ancilla?
That place is sharp stone, a wall. The only way we can get a force past the House of Pride and into Alabastra is to topple Ancilla. But not even the heir to that place can get inside. I heard rumors that an advanced team had been sent in to secure it. But rumors are rumors, right?
I'm pretty confident I could just wade right in there and clear the path.
Bye.
So Castle Gastier is here. Castle Ancilla must guard the way to Alabastra, so it's probably down here in this southern part of the coast.
You look... I heard a rumor that the Gastier heir is still alive, and that she...
The hunter runs. The hunter runs. Swiftly, swiftly for our lives. A mortal skirt of chain. A mesh of links forged in secret. The hunter runs. The hunter runs. In the chosses of the Fey Hunter.
I have the chosses of the Fey Hunter. Just saying. Welcome to the circus! Welcome to the circus! Grab the pillar! They seem to be gas steering you toward the south. Okay, Nox. Okay. Catalepsis. Oh no, we just found some purple fucking chakrams. Let's take a look. The name is a pun on the Colossae word for insight, suggesting the ease with which one's enemy's guts may be revealed to public view. Well, they do more damage than Alander's Edge, there's no question about that. But they do shocking instead of fire. And they don't have the blanket 20% damage. I mean, they just aren't as cool as the ones I've got. Alander's Edge are my shit. Cluricon. The pros and Cluricons. Huh. Cutscene, Bogan. I will dig your grave. Wait, I will dig your grave. Relentless assault wore off. Welcome to the circus! Oh, okay. Alright, I see how you want to be. Don't lose your head! Hello. Ugh. I think I've already got some like this that are in my bags that are ungemmed. So this is Castle Majuma, also known as Castle Gestir. It wasn't even at the beginning of the fight. Fuck. No, you did not. The Fey Blades, those will get sold. Don't drain my mana, bro. Wait, what happened to my relentless assault? You just interrupted me. I will dig your grave. I will dig your grave. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to... No. Welcome... No. Welcome to the circus! There we go. Better. The old soft Scrabble powder. For when Scrabble is too hard for you, you use the soft Scrabble powder to soften that Scrabble up. That leads down to the next part of the Caelid Coast. We don't need to cross that bridge. Yet. Wasn't even the beginning of the fight, says Nox. If you can believe it. Alright, here's Damel Rock, which is where we have to go for our House of Sorrows quest, I believe. Rocks. Cuirass of Ice warding sounds nice, but it's absolute crap compared to the one I've got, so nope. It's a weird place for a Banshane to come out of. Aren't they aquatic? Oh, you guys like lightning, huh? There's a storm coming! There's a storm coming. I'll dig your grave! Welcome to the circus! Flawless hood. Wasn't even at the beginning of the fight. Ridiculous. Oh, there's a secret door over here. So secret. Your grave. Cool. What amazing treasures did they have? An item of the Fey Hunter? Ooh, Ashara's song. Lavish inlays and ornaments matched with deadly, masterful sorceries are characteristic of magecraft from Ciara Sidanis' empire. Not bad. Another piece of that Tuatha set, which I've already sold the other pieces of. I wouldn't wear it anyway. I see you, hidden chest. I'll dig your grave. Don't lose your head! Prismere helm. 1 armor and 2 utility sockets. That's probably worth wearing. Damn, the purples are dropping like raindrops. Nature's Kiss. A bow. I won't use it. Nature themed. Low sulfur in ornament and enchantment. This bow may come from the Alfar forest communities of the western Hessen Bay. Okay. Nice, nice. A flawless cuirass. It's not all that flawless, really. Wow, there's a quest up ahead. Is this another one of these little goofity oh, there's Alof the Hunter. We heard about him before. Goofity army camps. Well, something crazy's gonna jump me in here. Monsters appear. In before Horinox. Moo. Or Tyrant. Or a book. Black Eric 7. Really? No. I must have to come back to this place for a quest because it's too distinctive looking for it to just be nothing and not have any monsters or anything. Let's check out the book. One in a series of books featuring the people's hero, Black Eric, aka the Sprightly One, and his adventures across Amalur. This sounds like it would be a book that Ada would write about herself. Black Eric and Chernobog. Chapter 7, The Caelid Coast. The two warriors faced each other beneath the verdant boughs of the green coast, two dark shades in a vast ocean of shadow, as the tips of their war flames curled up to snap at the stars like hatchlings yearning for their mother's feed. Around and around the figures turned, blades aglow in the firelight, eyes white with mutual contempt, until the roar of the red beast split asunder the silence of the twilight as the cries of a wee babe drives its mother to fear. The ground shuddered beneath the weight of Chernobog's anger as he set forth on a path to strike down our hero and demand his death in good order, for there was no surrender in the eye of the Bolgan, and their victories are washed only in the sweet red tang of blood. The Sprightly One froze in his stance, shield raised to meet the approaching fiend. There was not time for escape, or even for the most hushed of utterance to flee his quivering lips, for the beast was upon him. In all the minutes of his lifetime, never had our hero considered the prospect of defeat. Nay, such judgment was folly. But as the mighty beast ascended on as the storm clouds hang endlessly above the sodden soldier, it seemed that the end of Black Eric had finally come. Or had it? For beyond the veil of mistaken regret, and far greater than any mortal terror or passion for survival, came a far more potent an urge, the one called love. "Maya!" called Black Eric as he pushed back the bulk of Chernobog. "I will come for you!" Alright, so we got us an epic adventure tale here. I can't wait to hear more about this Chernobog. I have a feeling that this is where I'm going to fight Chernobog. That's why that book is here, and that's why this really epic looking place is here. I'm going to get a quest or something to come over here and do battle with the great and mighty Chernobog. in this conveniently arena-shaped little grotto. Okay, here come some of these fuckers. Hey, the hunter guy is actually helping me. I will dig your grave! I will dig your grave! Maybe I won't. Don't lose your head.
She's me.
Welcome to the circus. Oh, the vulgarity. Oh, and the hunter is the one that's going to give me the Chernobog quest. This is all starting to make sense now. Alright, he wants to keep his stuff. That's fair enough. A lot of calisthenics being done in the Caled Coast. These motherfuckers are keeping fit. Alright, Alof the hunter.
A fledgling hunter by the looks of it. What's someone so soft doing in the Caled Coast? Don't you know this is Bolgan country? Those red devils are really digging in. I've slain many on my hunt for Chernobog.
First of all, soft. I'm the one in spiky red Prismere armor with a giant flaming greatsword. Also the one who just killed a bunch of Bolgan while you did almost nothing to help. Also, I'm just a badass in general and I've killed thousands of things. And I have 1,000 fucking hit points, by the way. So, don't get any ideas, pal. Tell me about yourself, great hunter.
Ha! My hunts are the stuff of legend. Not even that Fey armor tear can boast to have tracked and slain more prey than I. And now I intend to claim Chernobog, the Bolgan champion, as my greatest trophy from the Caled Coast.
I have a feeling I'm going to claim Chernobog.
The oldest and mightiest of the living Bolgan, he led the armies of Gadflow to victory over the houses of Ancilla and Gassir. Chernobog may be ancient and marred by war, but don't let that fool you. He is as strong as ever.
What do you think of this region?
The Tuatha and the Bolgan have kept this land in their greedy pockets for more than 10 years. They can have it for all I care. It's a stagnant pit of decay and despair.
Sounds like a fair assessment. So, you're with the army, but you don't camp with them.
Grand fellows and courageous to a fault. They're the ones who accompanied me this far. Helped me pass through all their bloody checkpoints. Of course, once I had the chance to take leave of them, I did. One doesn't need a band of glory hunters following him on the most glorious hunt of his career.
That makes sense. So, who are you? Again?
The scars don't give me away? Ha! You're probably the first person in recorded history not to recognize the mighty Alof the Hunter. Usually my reputation precedes me.
Is that right?
As for why I am here in this muggy puddle of piss, I intend to conquer Chernobog, the mighty Bolgan, and win his eye as my trophy. But first he must be summoned, for he won't just face any foe, you know. Only those he deems worthy to smite with his blade.
Well, I'd love to challenge him.
Ha! You're certainly welcome to try, but I'm afraid he'll be much too dead by the time I finish with him. Besides, you still have the offering to consider. Chernobog will only battle those who can prove their ferocity. It is his way of swatting away the flies who don't offer enough of a thrill for his fiery blood. If you can collect the eyes of 10 Bolgans, then you are clearly a warrior who deserves a reckoning. Set the eyes upon Chernobog's war lanterns and the beast will emerge.
Motherfucker, I've killed so many Bolgan, and what was not collecting their eyes. So, what other hunts have you done?
I've traveled the world and hunted all manner of beasts. I track them down, claim their heads and hides as mine. Krang the Etin, I slew him, as I did the Fist of Corthis, and the clan of Craddock elders in Gallifore.
Well, I guess you're pretty cool. So how do I summon Chernobog again?
By offering the bloodthirsty beast the eyes of 10 Bolgan that you have slain. Once you place that bloody offering on the pedestal and light the war fires, the ugly brute will emerge.
Got it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Worthy of Chernobog. Alof the Hunter has discovered the lair of Chernobog, the Bolgan champion. He wishes to be deemed worthy to fight the legendary beast. I too can be deemed worthy, but only if I defeat 10 Bolgan and bring their eyes as an offering to Chernobog's lair. I wonder if I can get eyes off these Bolgan that we just
killed. Who approaches me?
No, they only actually drop the eyes if you have the quest at time of death, presumably. So, fine. I'll kill 10 more Bolgan. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill Bolgan, I'll kill Bolgan. I'm gonna kill the enemies of Bolgan, I'll kill the enemies of Bolgan. Have I made it all the way around in a circuit? I think I have. If they're just past... Oh, those are the ones that were his. Sergeant Odie. Okay. Now that is a mysterious looking pile way out there in the middle of nowhere. Well, I ain't getting there this way. Mysterious looking pile. I wonder if it's up above or if there's a passage back there to it. Well, I don't see a way to get to it for now. Let's go down here and see what's going on. Bolgan are not very perceptive, like... They don't notice you until you get pretty close to them. Arcanist shoes. The Scholia Arcana occasionally honors the most respectable and accomplished spellcasters with enchanted relics like these. I will honor the most accomplished fucking merchant with a sale of these. A lot of coagulation stuff lately. What's up, guys? I'll dig your grave! I'm supposed to be uninterruptible right now. Oh, now I'm getting the eyes. Bolgans cut out one of their eyes in a barbaric ceremony. This is the remaining eye of one unfortunate Bolgan. So what, Brune's now supposed to come show up? Rodin Greatsword. Ah. Now that I've removed the Bolgan from their encampment, I should wait for Brune. He will tell the story of what happened here. I should wait for him, huh? But I don't... Oh, he's coming. He's actually coming. Alright.
Hello.
Tell me, Broom.
Excellent work. You are clearly much more proficient in the ways of war than most visitors of the Kaled Coast, even the soldiers.
Yes, I'm kind of amazing. Tell me a story, Brune the Bard.
It would be my great pleasure. Picture it. 10 years ago, the rising sun, a lingering fog. Somewhere in the forest are screams, the cries of battle. Then, silence. It happened here upon this site. The ambush of Gorn Akri. It is here on this spot where the Bolgan drew first blood, killing Lord Erengastir, his son, and their squires during their morning ride. Let us move on, shall we? And if you don't mind, there are more beasts to attend to ahead.
Alright, what's next?
The Bolgan have infested the entire area around Castle Gastir, my old home. Destroy them, and I will relate the tale of the First Lord of Gastir himself.
Oh, I just killed a bunch of Bolgan there, in fact. Maybe there'll be more now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Brune told me a story about the last lord of the Gastir lineage. He will tell me another tale if I destroy the large Bolgan camp that has been erected at the base of Castle Gastir. Again, already killed all those fuckers. But that doesn't mean I can't kill them again. I need more Bolgan eyes anyway. Bolgan eyes are watching you. What?
The Tuatha have forced their war upon us. They eagerly cut through mortal flesh and mortal bone, and as a reminder of their butchery, they display these mortal corpses throughout the land, turning sanctity into putrescence. The bodies remain on our ground and on our gallows tree, bloated and corrupt.
Hashtag sanctity into putrescence. So that completed another set of lore. The Clericon one. Minus 10% equip requirements. Well, equip requirements are far from a problem for me, since all the gear I get has equip requirements so far below my actual stuff that, you know, it's not an issue, but... Auto attempt. Thank you. Oh, Prismere Hand. One armor socket. Alright, let's kill this fucker. I will dig your grave! Maybe I won't. I'm supposed to be uninterruptible right now. Maybe Bolgan are just that interrupty. This guy's problem. Welcome to the circus! Them Bolgan eyes, them enduring shoes, them gold coins, and Bolgan eyes. Alright, so getting 10 Bolgan eyes is not going to be that hard. Because there's Bolgan fucking everywhere. Everywhere. Alright, now I already killed these Bolgans. Bolgan eyes are watching you.
Hello.
So there's another bridge of interest. And another bridge of interest. And some loot behind this thing. Right here. Alright. Cool. Look at these assholes.
Ready to fall, mortal?
Welcome to the circus! Oh, she avoided the circus, but then she died anyway. Tuatha still fucking sucking at fighting, even after all this time. Tuatha. Looks like they need to pay some tuition at some kind of fighting school. Rocks. Alright, let's kill these ass necks. I will dig your grave! Welcome to the circus! Welcome to the circus! Don't lose your head! Oh, you lost it. Let's grab some eyes. Things were kind of awkward between me and those Bogan at the beginning, but I think that served as a pretty good icebreaker. The Bogan camp before Gastir has been destroyed. I should wait here for Brune so he can tell me the next tale of the Caelid Coast. Well, is he gonna take all day to get here? Come on, Brune. I'm gonna loot some chests while I wait for your slow ass to get here. Corroding Fey blades. They're blades of the Fey, and they're corroding. Oh. Here's the pile of rocks I'm looking at. What about a savant's helm? Nah. I got more mana than I know what to do with. Alright, Brune. Tell me the story.
You have done it. You have rid the gates of the Bolgan. As promised, I have another tale to be told.
Tell me the tale.
The very first Eren Gastir arrived here generations ago from Mel Senshir, before the final tower was raised, when the great giants of Cluracan were but saplings. On that very first morning of his arrival, while the sun ascended the sky, Gastir scaled the heights and saw below him the great keep of the merchant Ancilla. Gastir could not bear such an intrusion on his new ancestral homeland and swore an oath. By right of mine and sword in hand, I will not forsake our native land. Now that you've seen Castle Gastir, we should move on to the final stop on our journey.
Okay, hold the fuck on. His new ancestral homeland? His new ancestral homeland. Look, if it's actually your ancestral homeland, that shit cannot be new. If you're just making it your homeland now because it's new to you, it's not ancestral. You don't get to have a new ancestral homeland. Alright, where's the final stop on this tour of nonsense?
The last thing I want to show you is near the coast, on the cliffs overlooking the sea. It's the best story yet, but again, it must be freed of Bolgan.
Alright, I got it.
Goodbye.
Brune has told me two tales, one about the first Lord of Gastir and one about the last Lord of Gastir. For me to hear Brune's final tale, I must slay the Bolgan who camp near the ruins on the cliffs west of Castle Gastir, beside the old crumbled watchtower. Be sure I already killed those guys too, so now I'll be killing them again. Do 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 do. Now that song is stuck in my head. Here we have a lot of stuff in there, at least. Ah, that's that camp, right? Creepy, scary sound. Hi, guys. Is it just two of you? LOL. Welcome to the circus! Alright. Well, it would seem that I've pretty much explored this area. I could summon Chernobog. Castle Gastir, Damel Rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop Damel Rock. You can't stop. Wait, what? What? Okay, come on, Brune, buddy.
Hello. There, you've cleansed this place of the Bolgan. I shall tell you the last tale, the best of the lot. Believe me, these cliffs were made for my story.
Before you tell me the tale, let me sell you some shit. That is a lot of helms. I don't want the Savant's helm. Okay, that one's got armor 2 utility. Armor and utility. Armor and utility. Why do I find so many Prismere helms? Armor 2 utility. Armor 1 utility. Let me just sell you some shit, sir. gotta sell this guy some shit. Get out of here, gem of light. Keep the Black Eric books for now. Alright, now, the story of what happened on these cliffs. Let's hear it.
I've told the tale of the first Eren Gastir, he who discovered these lands. And I've told the tale of his descendant, the last Eren Gastir, he who lost these lands. My final tale is that this last lord took a young mistress to his bed, a servant named Wilda Brandon. They had a child he refused to claim as his own. To assuage his guilt, he wrote a royal letter in which he decreed to her and the child great wealth. But rather than take that letter, she took her own life. Here, that woman was my mother. Hear me, friend. I do not have much, but I will offer you all that I have to find me that letter. The letter that broke my mother's heart.
You know, if I give you that letter, isn't that going to mean that you're going to inherit some great fortune? So then couldn't you give me like a shitload of money? I mean, you're like, oh, I don't have much. Here's fucking 5,000 gold or whatever. But you're about to be like a goldillionaire or something. So then you could, well, whatever. What will you do with it?
I will read it, and I will finally know if what my mother told me was true. Then I will destroy it. I want nothing to do with the Gastiers. My mother never wanted his kingdom. She only wanted his love. That letter has haunted me for 10 years. I will now be rid of it. Of him.
Alright. Sure, why not?
Friends. Yes. I suppose we are friends. I'm not sure where to look for Father's letter. Father. It's strange to call him that. I would think he'd keep it near, lest such revelations be discovered.
Yes, I know. I have to go to the castle.
That would make some sense, wouldn't
Duh.
it? I'll be back at camp. Be careful. I would feel terrible if anything happened to you.
Where do you think the letter is exactly?
I remember my father having a chest near his throne. I always assumed it was where he kept his mother's personal possessions.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So now we learn that Brune the Bard is the bastard son of Lord Eren Gastir. There is a letter that explains this located somewhere deep inside Castle Gastir. I should try to retrieve it for Brune so he can find some closure. Alright, so the outer zone all explored. Now we just have 3 quests to do. One in Castle Gastir, one in Damelrock, and one over here at the Chernobog lair thing. I kind of feel like... doing Chernobog first. This guy's gone. Now he's gonna come in and kill steal me on the Chernobog thing. Wait, do I even have the 10 eyes? Yeah, I do. Now that I've acquired eyes of 10 Bolgan, I should place them on the pedestal and light the war fires. This will draw out Chernobog, the Bolgan champion. Hey, there's loot right here. Is this Alof? Did he already come in here and die? But why did... Oh, he doesn't have a body because Chernobog dragged it back in there. And that's what the bloody trail is for. Alof's musings. These random entries are written in a scrawled, rushed manner. Prang the Etten. Not the brightest beastie I've ever had the pleasure to slay, although I will commend his decision not to plunge from the cliffs after being stabbed repeatedly. At least he wasn't in the position of having his skull broken to bits. Not after watching his blood spill from his severed shoulder sockets in a rush of red sauce. Red sauce? Poor disgusting brute. No one will bother him anymore, will they? Gornak of Korthus. Ah, the Fist of Korthus. An island paradise if you're deft enough to avoid the sand crabs and not acquire the dreaded fire piss imbalance that causes so much nightly suffering. Hashtag fire piss. I, for one, was not so lucky. Still, the great scarab Gornak was a well-earned kill, and one I will gladly tout upon my return to Rathir. Such a battle is worthy of praise. Scarabs give me the shivers, they do, right down to the ends of my toes. This guy's a weirdo. Predok Elders. Whenever I hear that twitchy shudder, that delighted click of spidery legs, I just about empty myself into my britches. True, such a statement is not expected of one of my reputation. But I do believe I've earned such honesty with my numerous victories and wall of exceptional trophies. The more Krudok one can kill, the better. And now he came here and got killed by Chernobog. Alright. I'm about to be scared. I'm about to be scared. Are we ready for Chernobog? Cutscene, Bogan. Or do I not even get a cutscene? It's just he comes out here and he's just chilling. This motherfucker about to be taken to school. I hope you bought your textbooks, motherfucker! I will dig your grave! Welcome to the circus! Welcome to the oh, ow. Don't lose your head! Don't lose your head! Oh, dude, Chernobog was depressingly easy. This guy was like the fucking, what was that thing called? This thing was like the Baylor. Super easy after being built up is like the deadliest thing ever. Helm of Bogan's Bane. A sturdy helmet designed for maximum protection. Apparently it's part of the Bogan's Bane set. Which is pretty nice. I wouldn't mind wearing this. This 15% physical damage is no joke. It's just not a joke. I might wear that helm right now. Because, yes, I will certainly lose like 35 points of armor. But I will gain, and I'll lose 20 fire resistance, but I will gain 15% extra physical damage. Doesn't really match my armor, but that's not such a big deal with the helm since I have my helm turned off and I never really see it anyway. I've defeated the legendary Bogan champion known as Chernobog. I've claimed the ultimate prize, Chernobog's bloody eye. The ultimate prize. I'll do Brune the Bard's quest next. This is how lazy I am. Can't even bother to run to Castle Gestir from there. Yet another castle awaits us. But I'm afraid, I love those patterned bricks in the ground. Pretty awesome. 148, almost 149 hours. Incredible. I believe that's going to do it for this episode, though. So if you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere because I'm not done streaming. I'm just going to switch games. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now over. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.